Public auction here at number 2 at 13 Shetland Drive in Wantirna. By way of introduction, for those that I haven't met before, my name's Sam Babelis. I will be your auctioneer and facilitator here this morning. You've met the team from Harcourts, namely Byron, that's been at the open for inspections. We've obviously got several other staff members assisting today, so if you've got any questions, please, we don't want anyone walking away today with any regrets. Please call upon their assistance, particularly if you need some assistance with bidding. We do this for a living pretty much every day, so it may have been a while since you last attended the Victoria contract of sale. It's pretty straightforward. I'll go into it shortly and summarise the document. Then we'll go into the auction rules, which sets out how we are to abide and play by the rules today with regards to bidding. And then, of course, we get into the exciting part of the auction, which is where we call for audience participation, and that means that you get involved and tell us what you're prepared to pay. Quite a unique property, obviously a beautiful little setting here, only one of two set in the rear, so ladies and gentlemen, the contract has been expertly prepared by the vendor's solicitor, in this instance being Jansen, Walsh and Grace, and they've obviously prepared the documentation for us. It simply stipulates that today, folks, you buy the land with all the improvements, better known to you and I as Unit 2 at 13 Shetland Drive in Wantirna. Its legal identity in the contract of sale, it is described as being lot number 2, volume 11289, folio 599. A lot of numbers, all it simply means is that what you're buying is the land with the improvements, the property that you've just inspected, together with all fixtures and fittings of a permanent nature. What we normally say is you tip the home upside down, whatever falls out, the vendors take. Whatever stays remains for you, there for you at settlement. The price, what's it worth, ladies and gentlemen? Well, that'll be determined by your bidding here this morning. We have, as I mentioned, a very realistic reserve price set by the vendors. Given the comparable sales in the area most recently, I think it's quite fair. The deposit that we're calling for is a 10% deposit, and the vendor has offered very flexible terms this morning. For someone that perhaps sold already needs to get in quickly, we can offer you a 30-day settlement, or maybe even you've seen it today and think, geez, this is the best one I've seen so far, and you want to buy it and get your property on the market comfortably and give someone a nice settlement on yours. Well, we can do 60 days, 90 days, right up to 120 days from today's date. So very flexible terms offered by our vendors. The settlement date will be the date upon which vacant possession shall be given, namely upon acceptance of title and payment of the whole of the purchase monies. And the date of the sale is today's date, folks, the 24th of June 2017. With regards to the general conditions, I'll take them as being read. With regards to the special conditions, by law today I must advise you that today's auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The vendors today have set a reserve price, as the auctioneer will indicate, bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders, and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and provides fines for such conduct. The rules today do permit vendor bids. The words I'll use during the auction to indicate I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor is simply the term vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer today, am able to place vendor bids. Now, folks, a very important condition, that is, if we reach the reserve today and the property is deemed knocked down on the third call and sold, I cannot accept any late bids. I'll remind you again during the auction so everyone's clear. That's the special conditions, general conditions out of the way. With regards to the Section 32 statement, ladies and gentlemen, or as it's more commonly known to you as the vendor statement, the total outgoings to the property should not exceed around that $2,500 mark. The rates to council here at Knox are $1,451 per annum, quite reasonable. We're zoned General Residential Zone Schedule 2, which is one of the best zonings that you can get in these parts, if not Melbourne. For any astute investor looking to buy the property and potentially rent it out, the property would estimate or roughly rent in today's market for approximately $450 per week, and that's being quite conservative. I think we'd have at least for you very quickly once you settle. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, the title showing that Lot 2, this sits on a nice little, very easily maintained parcel of land of some 200 square metres of blue chip real estate. That's the documentation. Why are you back here today, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I can tell you the reasons why the vendors obviously built and owned the property, and why they chose, and when they were in your shoes, to develop this property and live in this location. And that is because it's convenient. And that's what we're looking for when we talk about location as estate agents. We're talking about the things that people need on a day-to-day basis. And whether it's transportation, you've got the 664 bus or the 745 around the corner. For those that maybe like to have a bit of a cycle or take the pets for a walk, you've got the Dandenong Creek Trail around the corner. Bayswater West Primary, for those that have got children, or Heathmont College, a very short drive or walk from this very location. Kamala Village Shops, Wantirna Mall, Knox City Shops, all within close proximity, again, from this very location. But it gets better than that, ladies and gentlemen, and that is because it's not just a great location, it's a great property. 6 years young, you walk through, this is what we call a turnkey style property. You buy here today, turn the key, move in, 30, 60, 90, 120 days, and enjoy all the quality appointments that the vendors have included in this property. For anyone that's renovated or built, I think you can tell cheap from quality. Cheap is certainly not what we've got here today. And that starts obviously by the quality appointments in the kitchen. You've got your granite bench tops, the beautiful polished timber floors that you can almost see your reflection as you walk through the property. Of course, the stainless steel appliances, good quality, the splashbacks, it's all there for you. Beautiful master bedroom and walk-in robe, complete with its own ensuite downstairs. So you don't have to worry about the stairs, but they're up. You've got a couple of bedrooms upstairs, complete with their own built-in robes and a little retreat there for perhaps when grandkids stay over, visitors from overseas, you can entertain them upstairs. And of course, enjoy a lovely gathering at the kitchen bench for an early morning breakfast. Formal lounge come dining, that living area combined there is where is the heart of the property, where you come together and enjoy watching the footy, perhaps maybe entertaining your friends as the weather improves outside in that very low maintenance courtyard, perhaps with your first housewarming barbecue. It's got it all. Double lock-up garage, a little bit bigger than I've seen normally for townhouses, folks. An easy turning circle just around here, so you can drive in, reverse out and drive straight out front on. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, only one of two, so no owner's corporation fees payable. And that's a big thing because, let's face it, it's money sometimes wasted in some of these larger complexes charging exorbitant fees. We don't have that here. So folks, we can only commend the property to you. It's an excellent proposition. As I said, some would say the ingredients for the perfect real estate transaction. You've got accommodation, location, and of course, a quality construction. Folks, I've said enough. It's time to stop looking and get buying. Who'd like to start me away, ladies and gentlemen? The auction's open now for your bidding. Who'd like to start us away for this wonderful property? I'm in your hands. Can I see an opening bid and start, a sensible one at that? You know what we've been quoting? We've been handing out a statement of information that's got all the comparable sales in there, which should only encourage you to spend what we're quoting here today, because that's what everything else is selling for. Who'd like to start me away? Don't be shy, second hardest bid you'll have to make here this morning, other than the painful one, which is those last few dollars. It's going to be a quick auction. I'm sure you all haven't come out to see me today, ladies and gentlemen. Someone's bank manager's ringing saying, have a go. Interest rates, record lows. Come on. Don't be shy, here to help. 750. Anyone offer 750? Can't be fairer than that. They're selling for more in the area at $750,000. Looking for an opening bid and start. 750,000. Anyone? If you don't buy, or bid, sorry, you won't be buying. I can guarantee you that. The only guarantee that I'll give you today. Absolute certainty. Fine, folks. If you won't bid, I'll be forced to start on behalf of the vendor with a vendor bid at $750,000. And I'll tell you what, I'll open it up in $10,000 rises to allow you to come in nice and comfortably at $750. Vendor bid, over to you. Next place we're looking for, sensible place to go, is $760. At $750,000, I'm looking for a better bid and offer. At 750, vendor bid now, 760 if you want to buy. At 750 now, looking for a bid, 760, can I see? At 750, are you all finished, silent, done? Surely not. You haven't come out to see us today, you've come out to buy. 6 years young, ticks all the boxes, location, at $750,000. Quickly then, post call at 750, my bid, need you to bid to buy. At $750,000. Second call. Come on folks, I don't know where you're going to go from here. There's not another one like it, offering this accommodation, quality of appointments inside, heating, cooling, everything that you need and you'd expect in this price range in a quality townhouse. At $750,000, last call. Think quick or miss out. There's no auction tomorrow, it's today. At $750,000, 760 is what I'm after. Third, final call. At $750,000, 10 in the rise if you want to buy. 750 is the bids. Third, final call. Are we having a go here? Come on, madam, you haven't even had any fun yet. It's only money. Bank's got plenty of it. I'll give you a little tip as well. The more you pay for it, the more it's worth. $750,000. A moment to think and ponder. Remind yourself what it was that impressed you when you first came through. Well, that's why you should buy it, folks. At $750, your last opportunity. $750,000. I'm going to call it 3 times. Last chance. First call at $750. Second call at $750. If you've come to buy, now's the time. At $750,000. Third, final call. Finished. You're silent. Are we having a go, madam? 760, can I say? You won't buy it, but you might have the opportunity to find out what will buy it, because the highest bidder gets taken inside and we disclose the reserve. At the moment, I don't want to come out and have an auction after an auction. So if you make a bid, you're in the box seat. You're in a position of strength. That's what you want to negotiate from. 760 will put you on top. At $750,000, are you all finished, silent, done? Last opportunity. Once at $750, twice at $750,000. Last chance, $750,000. Welcome to the auction at $760,000. Takes a little bit of coaxing, great decision that. At $760,000, we have a start. $760. Any further bidding at $760,000, bids here now. 760 the bid, call it 3 times. 760 here now, don't miss out. 760, once at 760, twice at 760. Third and final call at $760,000. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd bear with me for a couple of moments, I need to seek some instructions. I'll be with you in 2 minutes. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for the delay. It is a big decision for any vendor selling a property on any given Saturday. We've just had some private discussions with them, and our highest bidder now, who has increased their offer to $770,000. And for anyone that's waiting, we're on the market and it's going to be sold to this lady right here. No better bids. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're playing for keeps now. We're at the pointy end of the auction. We're going to be sold. So, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to remind you, hammer comes down, third call, sold, no late bids, irrespective of the increment. I want you to walk away with no regrets. This is exceptional buying. I want to remind you again of what we have to offer and why you've turned up today. And can I say this to you? If you're not going to buy here today, next week, there's going to be a massive flood of first home buyers coming into the market with stamp duty concessions, an extra $15,000, $20,000 in their pocket, which means you're going to have to pay more. That's what's going to happen to prices. So folks, it's not over yet. 770 is here on the market, going to be sold. No late bids. Any further bidding, you must bid now. At $770,000, selling first call. Come on, think about it. This is your chance. At $770,000, bid here now, selling second call. Quickly, $770,000, third, last chance, no late bids, third and final call. The property is selling, no late bids, selling. The property is, welcome to the new owner. Sold to you, mate. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending another Harcourt's auction. My name's Sam Babelis. If you'd like the same result, hope to see you at the next auction. Have a wonderful, safe weekend. Thanks very much.